Well, hello.
Hello,
Welcome to this
hello.
impromptu live.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I want to say thank you to Fraud for kind of being voluntold, but not really, to mod for today because it was impromptu. Jen is working and she will be here for as long as she can.
Mm-hmm.
But if she can't, that's okay because work comes
Mm-hmm.
first.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly. Real life.
she will be here for as much as she can. There she is. Hey, hey, pup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Jen, I know that you're at
Hey,
work,
Sir
so
Crepitus.
hey,
Nice to
Cersei.
see you.
Um, I don't know if you want to join us. You are welcome to if you would like on screen, but I know that you're probably at work. Hi,
Right.
Style Audit, Cricket Cinema. I know I
Hippie,
missed some people.
Brian, DOA.
Brian, yes, hello. Oh, Sin, hi, you're here. Um, so, as you may have guessed by the title, thank you, Cricket. As you may have guessed by the title, uh, I was, I understood, Cricket. I was given a little heads up. Hey, J-Bat, give me one sec. Let me find you here,
Hey,
because
Fuzzy.
let's see.
Hi,
Add,
Style.
gotcha. All right, Cricket, I'm going to take you up on that for today. Thank you very much. I do not know
Mm-hmm.
if we're going to need all of these mods. Hi, Carrie Ann. Hi,
Hey,
Pippi.
Carrie Ann.
Um, I would hope that we wouldn't, but better to be safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was a girl guide. Better to be prepared than not. Hey, Club Brain
Yes.
Fog. Good afternoon. Um, So thank you to my volunteer mods. Well, you're all volunteers, let's face it, but those who volunteered today specifically, thank you very much. Fuzzy, I see you there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to go ahead? Okay, I'm going to take that arm as a yes, ma'am, because I did not see your response. So thank you, Cersei. It's good to see you here, by the way.
Yeah, I've
Much
missed you,
appreciated.
Cersei. Really missed you,
Yes,
Cersei.
we have
So good
very
to see
much
you.
missed you around
I
here.
hope you're.
So,
I hope you're healing well.
yes, I'm assuming that you did have your shoulder surgery, and I hope you are healing and coming through well. Hey, Zunu Free, welcome in. Thank you, JBat. I appreciate that. Um, so I'm not going to bring up the email because I don't want to give away my sources,
Source.
but I will just let people who are not aware know that I received emails plural with a screenshot from STDTV Foundation, very classy name,
Mm.
uh, suggesting in Nora's chat that that the chatters in Nora's chat should also come after me and Pup Groomer. And honestly, that's as far as I read. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Sir Crepitus. I thought it was particularly appropriate for today. Um,
Thank you,
so
Cersei. I appreciate that. And I'm doing. I'm
when
doing pretty well.
good, yeah, it's we know it's a day by day thing, and
Yeah.
well, we'll
Yeah.
take you any way we can get you.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
so, anyway, having seen the screenshots and they were identical, um, I said, "Oh, okay. So you want to come for me? Let's go." 'Cause yeah, I can be nice, But some of you are maybe unaware of the fact that I have my bitch degree, and I don't have a problem with using it when necessary. Yes, I saw that,
Yes.
Sir Crepitus.
Yes.
I
I
was
know.
actually watching yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I was very unimpressed. You know, it is one thing to support. Hi, Lupita. Welcome in.
Mm-hmm.
It is one thing to support Jenna, and I do believe that everyone should support Jenna.
Yes.
But that does not mean that we all have to attack Aaron. He was not
Mm-hmm.
in a relationship with us.
Nope.
Yes, he has a channel. Yes, many of us have followed his channel. Yes, he has also shared a lot of very good information in taking down Scientology. He's
Yes.
not going to have it every day. He is going to delve into some stuff that's maybe less interesting than others. Hello, welcome to YouTube. But we don't all need to dogpile him.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's none of our.
personally,
It's
not our
none of our
business.
business, guys. It
Jenna
really
did
isn't.
make it. Jenna did make it our business, and that's
Mm-hmm.
fine. That is her right to do. She said in her first video she was doing it to hold herself accountable.
Yes.
She did not put out a call to the keyboard warriors to attack Aaron.
No.
She still hasn't. Even with her video today, she hasn't.
We.
This is like high school.
This is
crap.
high school. High school stuff. I outgrew this shit in high school, guys. You know, no one is going to, and they have not attacked me yet. Bring it, guys. Come on, bring it. Because see that name right there?
Mm-hmm.
That is my ability to come out and basically say F you. You know, you're not going to tell me who I can support. You're not going to tell me who is going to be my friend. You're not going to tell me who I cannot watch. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
not in a cult. I've never been in a cult. And
As a matter
I
of
am
fact,
not going to allow
at the
it.
end of each show, what I say, like who you like, watch who you want to watch, because we're not in a cult. I live by that. That's why I say that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
don't feel a need to join a gang or a cult.
No.
For anything.
Now, mind you,
Pardon me,
this,
my
you're
my
fine.
allergies are acting
Go
up
right
with the
ahead.
new cat.
Like I said, they have not attacked me, but they are apparently attacking my friends. And while I'm not in this yet, and I'm probably going to be after this, I support my friends. My friends to me are my family. These
Okay.
people are my family.
Excuse
Go
me,
ahead.
Sin. Witness, I am not choosing to listen to a known liar. I am choosing to take his information about Scientology to use it to bring down Scientology. That does not mean that I agree with everything he says and does. I don't need to. There are politicians in my country and in the US that I don't need to like to take the information that they share. I look at it the same way. It is not an all or nothing thing for me.
We feel for Jenna, both of us. We've discussed this. All of us, Pep and I have discussed.
Yep.
We've all discussed this. We truly feel for Jenna. Okay, we don't agree with what Aaron did at all. Okay, but that does not mean that anything he says is a lie. It does not mean that. Sure, he's a 14-year-old in a 44-year-old man's body. Okay? But that doesn't negate.
And he needs to learn to keep it in his pants.
But that does not negate any of the information that he does tell us. And I'll be damned if somebody is going to tell me that I can't watch him because they deem it inappropriate. I'm sorry. That is.
I don't take kindly to bullies on any side of any issue. That's not what I am here for. And Pippi, I acknowledge that. Jenna is not the first person this has happened to. And I think it is absolutely disgusting that he has gotten away with it. And yes, he does need to be called out by the people that he has done it to. The people that he has used, the people that he has done this to, absolutely need to be the ones to call him out. The rest of us, we can warn each other to watch out for him. Do not get involved with him, because in his personal life, he is a piece of shit. But that does not mean that the information he has about Scientology is invalidated because of it. Adam, exactly right. We are in a community. We are not on a jury.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I also agree with DOA.
DOA is a sociopath. Welcome in. I don't know if I know you because that's a new name to me. You and DOA as a fraud may go skipping down the lane. I have no problem with that.
And I agree with DOA as a sociopath. He does need counseling. He does. Okay?
Yes, he does.
He is, I mean, I would say, honest to God, he is a sex addict. Okay? It's an addict. It's a disease that he needs to come to terms with. And the only way he's going to come to terms with that is through counseling. That's what he needs. But he has to hit rock bottom before he will do that. It's just like an alcoholic. They have to hit rock bottom before they seek help. Okay? I do not want to be told who to talk to. Jenna is Jenna. Okay? Decrepit is also saying that. There is no way that any one of us, men or women in this community, support what Aaron did. Okay? All of us, to a person that I've heard, think it's disgusting. But none of us need to take one side or the other, because this is not our relationship. This is not our problem. Okay? We are not involved.
This has nothing to do
with what we do.
Bringing down the cult.
It has nothing to do with what we do. Okay? Scooter highlights small channels. That has nothing to do with what is ever's going on in Jenna and Aaron's relationship. Absolutely nothing. Okay? I do the Inquirer. Chances are I will do a little blurb on that video. But I'm not going to go and make any statement about what side I'm on. All I do is give you the headlines and give you the link, and you go look. That's all Inquirer does. Okay? And I do it for every channel.
All the Scooter Report does is amplify small channels. Neither one of their channels are small channels.
Exactly.
I don't amplify them.
And all I do is give them a headline.
You think, Fuzzy? I mean, I have heard one or two people say that in my lifetime, especially over the last year. Two things can be true. Exactly. Yes, he does need therapy, but we also know that everyone who was in Scientology has been, has had their brains trained to not trust therapy of any kind other than what you get in Scientology. Some of them have managed to cross through that high bridge and get therapy, and I give all kudos to those that have. Obviously, for some, it's going to be a lifetime investment because there are a lot of things that need to be worked out. Like, yes, exactly, Carrie Ann. Aaron can be an asshole and be the biggest anti-Scientology channel. Exactly.
You just have to, I mean, you just have to realize that you don't want to get into a relationship with him. You know, you just don't. And that's all this is about. Okay, fine. We have now learned that Aaron is a bad partner. Okay, that he's a dick. We all know that now. Okay, so any person who's involved in all of this, in this community, who gets with Aaron gets what they deserve because it is out there. Okay, I don't plan to get with Aaron.
And exactly. Style, I understand exactly what you're saying. And honestly, I had some thoughts like that myself in the wee hours this morning because I am tired
of fighting.
Honestly, of the shit show. I am tired of the attacks on people for various reasons. When I saw, because you're like many people, you're not always going to know that I'm watching if I'm watching live or if I'm watching on the replay, because we all have other things that we need to do. I don't always feel the need to be in chat. I want to hear what the creator has to say. That's why I'm originally there.
I tend to do it on replay, but yeah.
When I started YouTube up until January, February of this year, I had no idea there were even chats on YouTube.
Hippie, and
I thought it was all pre-recorded.
Hippie. Exactly what you said right there.
Yeah, and you know what? I agree with you. But what I was going to say was, so I don't feel a need to chat all the time. I watched Rabbit's video.
I have not.
Where she was already suffering from being attacked all night and morning, and then people in her chat who are not ordinarily there were attacking her for not coming down on a side. Like, she's not even SPTV. She's done some anti-Scientology content, sure. And yes, she has interviewed him. She didn't know what he was doing. Why should she?
She did do a background check.
Do you really think Aaron is going to... do you think Aaron is going to actually say to someone, oh, before you interview me, by the way, you should know I will stick my dick in any hole I choose to, and I will lie about it. Of course he's not going to. But so what? She found out yesterday.
She found out, yes.
Why should she be attacked for not knowing before she interviewed him? Before she gave him a platform? Like, hello, he already had a platform.
Well, you know,
he didn't make her channel. She didn't make his.
Tommy Toontown. Your name is hard to say. Yes, I will tell you, as an American, my president-elect is a dick. He is a massive asshole. We all know who I'm talking about. Okay, but sometimes he says something that makes sense. So I'm not going to throw out everything he says, every single thing he says, just because he's a dick. Okay?
Yep.
I'm going to take the pieces of the things he says that make sense and use them. The other thing is that this community, it was not set up to be a social party. Okay? It was not set up to be a debutante thing. Okay? This community was set up to fight Scientology. That's what we're about. And all of this crap is just taking our minds and our eyes off the actual thing that we're doing. We don't have to like the person that is protesting. We don't have to like the person that is giving us the information. We don't have to like anybody. But the thing is that we are against Scientology. That's what we're doing.
And Dusty, I brought up your comment, and I want to amplify it. No one should be shitting on anyone for living in Clearwater and protesting with Aaron. He's going to show up whether you invite him or not, because that's him. The Clearwater crew does not just exist with Aaron. It exists regardless of Aaron. Aaron, until recently, really wasn't going out that often. And I'll tell you who I've been supporting in Clearwater has been Dusty and Feral Cheryl. Because they are smaller channels, number one, and also because they are consistent.
Sir C just brought something up that
I can pop in.
I agree with.
Sorry. I have trouble reading and talking at the same time, people.
Yes. They are people who came in. I'm telling you, okay, here's the thing about DOA and Nora's group, okay? For the most part. Not everybody. I'm not just painting with a broad brush. But most people who are doing this kind of stuff are people who don't care about the cause. They don't give a shit about the cause. They're here to watch the train wreck. They're the rubberneckers who drive by and stop traffic because they want to see who died in an accident. That's who they are.
Hi, Journey.
So they are going to create issues just to see the train wreck that happens from it. That's the only reason they're here.
Hi, Red.
And so ignoring them doesn't seem to work. So calling them out for what they are doing is the next step. And saying, this is not something we're going to tolerate. And if that's what you're here for, there's the door. Don't let it hit you. You are not Joe Walsh and can't find the door. There it is. Go. We don't need you in this community.
And anyone lurking, please feel free. If you disagree with anything that we are saying, feel free to come into the chat. If you want to come on camera and discuss it with us, I am happy to send you the link. I want to have an adult discussion. If you want to come for me, then you need to be able to stand behind your words. That's what I'm saying. Never in Nana. I never said what Aaron did is okay.
Is not okay.
If you were here from the beginning, you would know that that is exactly the opposite of what we have been saying.
What Aaron did was disgusting. And we have said that we feel heart breaks for Jenna. We support her in the fact that she was treated badly and it hurts. Okay? That's we support. What Aaron did was disgusting. We don't support what Aaron did. But here's the thing, Nana. It really is none of our business. Okay? It is between Aaron and Jenna. And sure, if you're on you're good friends, you probably take a side. But if you're friends with both of them, you back off and you go neutral and you let them work it out. That's what we need to do. They need to work it out. It has nothing to do with anybody else in the goddamn community.
Yes, and Lindsay and Juliana, absolutely. He has definitely messed with women.
He has.
Absolutely. And we should have believed them sooner.
Mm-hmm.
The entire community should have. But yes, we were fooled.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because Aaron was able to do his bullshit behind the
Mm-hmm.
scenes. No arguing with any
And it's
of
been
that.
called out.
What I am saying is he has been called out.
Mm-hmm.
He's been called out publicly by someone that we all know better than we knew Juliana and Lindsay
Yes.
and whoever
Yes.
else. Heather still has not
anything.
spoken, and that is her right.
Mhm.
That is absolutely her right. She has children
Yes.
with him. And I feel most for her because she is trying to raise his daughters to be strong young women, I'm assuming, because from everything I have heard, Heather is a strong woman.
Yes.
And you would have to be married to
Yes.
him for as long as she was.
Let's look.
Those are the
Yeah.
people that I definitely feel strongly for. However, again, as we said earlier, just because he's an asshole doesn't mean he's not correct about the information he has about Scientology.
Yeah.
I don't have to like him to appreciate the information that he
Correct.
shares to bring down
Correct.
Scientology.
And he's one that knows a great deal. Sure, Nora knows a great deal. And if Nora would stick to what she knows instead of trying to get people to attack other people, it would be great. I would watch Nora. I used to watch Nora quite a bit. But, the hate that she has spewed recently is beyond compare. And she's mad at Aaron. I get it. She wants to protect other women. Okay, I get it. Now we know. Now everybody in this community knows what type of person Aaron is. And I will say this, of course we now look at the thing with Juliana differently. We look at the thing with the other women differently. Okay? We all feel for them. But Jenna is SPTV anti-Scientology royalty. Okay? She is the queen, I would say, of this movement. She was doing it a long time before Aaron or any of us were even involved. We are allowed to feel for Jenna while still listening to Aaron. Do you think I'm going to believe if he comes out with a video crying about all the things going on that happened with Jenna and all that? No. Okay? I know now to take those kind of videos with a grain of salt. Okay? I know now not to believe that. I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, and we're talking about 4 women now, one who hasn't said anything, but there are 4 women. And that is a pattern, with Lindsay and Juliana and now Jenna. Okay? That is a pattern. And we cannot, if all 3 are saying basically the same thing, we cannot ignore that. All right? It's the same thing that when we were talking about Danny Masterson and the women that he essayed. Okay? You had to believe because they all had the same story. Same with Aaron. Okay? So we don't have to like what he does. We don't have to believe when he says, oh, well, I didn't do it and I'm so, all of that crap. We don't have to believe that. But he does know.
There are several people. Yeah. There are several people in SPTV that I don't like.
Oh, yeah.
I have no use for them except for what they are doing against Scientology. Correct. That is the category that I put Aaron Smith Levin in.
Yes.
Why isn't she the face of the foundation? Well, Nana, probably because he anointed himself the president. Yes. He set it up. Yes. And he's going to be the man. And, that's on him.
Yeah. Exactly, Brian.
I'm not saying.
Exactly, Brian.
I'm not saying that either of them are perfect,
No.
because no
No
one
one's
is
perfect.
perfect. Absolutely no one is
There's
perfect.
things.
I'm not
There's
perfect.
things in my
Don't tell
past.
my daughters I said that.
There's things in my past that I wouldn't do today. I'll be real honest. Who doesn't have something that they're ashamed of? Okay? Nobody. So why, if we sit there, do we discount what our beliefs are and what we say because we have something in our past that we don't like? Okay? That's the throw the first stone, folks. If you live in glass houses, you need to be careful. And that's what we live in. We live in glass houses in this community. And these people throwing the rocks are just breaking the window panes. So do not think that we agree with what Aaron did. Okay? There is no agreement with that.
Yeah.
What that tells me, now that I'm a single woman, what that tells me is I'd want to stay the hell away from Aaron in any relationship with him. Okay? At least any romantic relationship with him. Okay?
Yeah.
Not that he would go for me,
I
but
personally don't think that I could handle spending any time with him anyway, because several of you already know that I have a severe allergy to mansplainers, and he strikes
as a
me as a
mansplainer.
mansplainer. And I mean, I backed away from watching a lot of his content for a long time. I literally only tune in
It depends
when
on what
the
yes.
title of
Same.
the video strikes me as something that I want
know
to
him.
tune into. And I might still only watch it on replay because, I've got other things to do, and I'm not dropping everything for him or anybody else except my children.
Yeah.
Who are not children, but still, they're my children. The only one that I am going to come out and fiercely defend is people that I consider friends, and most of all, above all else,
Which is why I'm here.
my children.
Which is why I'm here.
Exactly.
I'll be honest. I'm not involved in this at this point. Okay? That's probably going to change now, but I have not received any threats that I know of. All right? But my friends have. And that is something that I will support my friends 100%. And Dusty, I'm not blaming all men. Not
Dusty,
husband.
never.
My husband
You would never be listed in that category.
Ever. My husband was amazing. Okay. I lost my husband, but he was so loyal that with the things going on with me, okay. The things going on with me, we were in an accident in 2011. Okay. In that accident, I hit my head and had a small brain bleed. From then on, my blood pressure could not go up. I could not get excited because I would get a migraine. I would get a sick headache. All right. Well, one of the things that happens when you are doing it is that you get excited. Your blood pressure goes up. And I would get a headache right in the middle. From 2000, good Lord, from 2018 until the day he died, and I gave him permission to go do something. That man never did anything. That man was loyal. Okay? Even though I gave him permission to go do something because, I couldn't. He was loyal. He refused. There are men out there, and I believe they are the majority of men, okay, that are loyal, that are monogamous, that will support their family and their loved ones through thick and thin. And then,
welcome, Elwer on Liar.
And then there are people like Aaron. Okay, there are men like Aaron, and it's not just men. There are women like Aaron, okay, that do not have it within them, or there's something wrong, that they will go out and never be loyal to anyone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, not the majority of men and women are loyal and monogamous and so on and so forth. Okay? The majority, in my belief. And I hope if I find another one, great. Yeah, I hope he has a lot of money. But anyway, well, that's not. But anyway, um, I believe that most men are willing to be monogamous, are willing to be loyal. I believe that most women are willing to be monogamous and willing to be loyal. I believe that the minority is men and women like Aaron. That is the minority. And unfortunately, they're around. Unfortunately, you don't know that they're that way until you get into a situation where you find out, like Jenna did. Okay? So that is that is the deal here. And it is Aaron's problem. It is Aaron's problem. It's not Jenna's, although she was hurt by it. It's not mine. It's not Scooter's. And it's not anybody else in this chat unless Aaron's lurking. Okay? Not anyone else in this chat.
I don't think Aaron knows I exist, and I don't really care.
Well, he knows I exist mainly because I made a sandwich named after him. But anyway, the fact of the matter is that it is not our problem. We do not go to AA because somebody else is an alcoholic. Okay? None of us would do that. If you're not an alcoholic, you don't go to AA. Right? Why in the hell would we be involved to this level in a problem that is not ours? Doesn't affect us in one tiny little bit.
In fact, I believe, and maybe this is because this is how it would work with me, if we all dogpile on him, he's going to be that much more resistant to doing any changes in himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is then going to go into victim mode.
Yeah.
Everybody's picking on me. Yes, they have good reason, but there is really no benefit in everyone dogpiling on anyone.
Right. The fact of the matter is that when you dogpile on someone, when you as an entire group of people ostracize all of that stuff. Now you can we're not telling you to unsub or sub or whatever. That's your choice. That's your decision. Okay? But on the other hand, we know that if everybody is coming at Aaron and attacking Aaron and the people who are friends with Aaron, he will be more resistant. He will have less chance of really realizing what is wrong in his life. Okay? And he will not find out. And he will not get help. Because, hey, everybody's telling him what to do. It's got to be his decision. He has to realize what's wrong in his life, why his relationships do not last. He has to realize that on his own. It doesn't matter what we say at all. It doesn't matter what every person who's attacking him or people who, quote unquote, support him. Doesn't matter what they say. It's his decision. He has to come to terms with it. None of us have anything to do with it. And that's what the deal is. It doesn't matter who you attack about supporting who or whatever. It's not going to change until he decides it's going to change. And that's just the way it is.
Exactly.
So, and what Pup said is exactly right. You know, we as we do not support Aaron in what he did. Guys, I don't know how many times I have to say that. None of us support Aaron in what he did. But that doesn't mean that we have to literally put him in a hole and bury him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that. It's just that now we know what kinds of things he is willing to do, what kind of things he does in his personal life. I don't think anybody cares that I cook in my personal life. Okay? I don't think anybody cares that I brush my
Take care,
teeth
Tommy. Thank
in
you.
my personal life. Okay?
Unless they're kissing
Exactly. I mean, it's not personal life is it's totally different. It has nothing to do with what we do here on YouTube. It has nothing to do with what this community is about. Okay? It has nothing to do with it.
you. Journey, that is random.
So, oh my goodness,
Journey, that is really random.
That's funny. That's hilarious. But anyway,
listen, I do want to say I appreciate the support from everyone that is here,
agreed.
whether you are typing currently or not. I want to thank the people that I have not seen in my chat before for coming in. I very much appreciate it. I was not going to do a live on this topic until I saw someone trying to whip people up in Nora's chat to come after Pup Groomer and me. And that's when I said, well, you saw the title. Fine, let's go. I have not seen that account come in here yet. I don't know if they're watching or not. I hope they're at least watching, since I did issue them a personal invitation. But, you know, for them not to chat, I'm not terribly surprised either. Those of you who have come in, who have expressed your feelings that I should say something, fine, I said it. I thank you for speaking up.
I have great respect for those who came in, who were willing to talk about their feelings and how they felt we should be dealing with this. Okay, I have a ton of respect for those people because they are here and saying what they feel and what they believe. The people that I don't have respect for are those who are not willing to face the person that they are accusing and discuss it like an adult. Okay?
Yeah.
Those people I have no respect for. And I will come closer to not paying attention to anything they say in the future outside when they're not talking to me directly. Okay? I will have less desire to believe what they're saying than somebody who is willing to come and say to me, look, I disagree with what you're saying. Okay? Well, let's discuss it. And if we can't figure it out, let's be adults about it and agree to disagree. I have a fly in here. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, damn thing. That's the key. That's how adults handle it. If you can't come to some sort of agreement, then agree to disagree and walk away. You know, I'm not going to. I mean, this is the same mentality about these people who somebody wants to leave because the relationship is abusive, and the other person wants to unalive them because they don't want to have to pay child support or whatever their issue is. Okay? That's the same mentality that we're talking about here. You know?
Crazy Love is Love. I want to welcome you and thank you for sharing that. I can appreciate that you are triggered. I don't have a problem with you having your feelings.
Exactly.
Just as I wouldn't have a problem with anyone having their feelings. I don't have a problem with people having their feelings.
Exactly.
The thing that I have a problem with is people trying to, threaten
Because
myself and other content creators because we're not all out there leading the charge with, sabers and rocks and torches and, and going after Aaron. That's not my job. That's not why I'm here. I am here to protest Scientology and with the Scooter Report to try to raise up small channels. That's what I'm here for. I support Jenna. I support all the women that Aaron has hurt. I support women who have been hurt. I support men who have been hurt. Because as we discussed earlier, there are men who have been hurt by other men or women. There have been women who have been hurt by women and men, all genders, and none of it is okay. But if I am not going after my next door neighbor's husband this has not happened that I'm aware of, so I'm just saying this.
That's an example.
If he went and did something with someone else and hurt her, I'm still not going to go after his ass. I don't like him. It's definitely going to change my opinion of him. But that's between the two of them. And if she makes it public, that's on her. That's her choice. Right. She has every right to do that. And if she's doing it especially to warn other women, all the better.
Here's the thing, Crazy Love is Love, is you can speak up. No one's telling you can't speak up, okay? No one is telling you that. What we're saying
absolutely
is you can speak up all you want to, and you can say what you want to. But to encourage others to attack people who do not have that same exact opinion is wrong. Okay?
Or who have not expressed that
you haven't
opinion.
Said anything. I mean, I know Scooter, Pup, neither one of them has said anything about that situation. I haven't said anything, although I've considered it. Okay? I haven't said anything about it. What you're hearing me say today is the first thing I've said about it. The very first thing. Okay?
Actually, I have in chats in the last 24 hours or so.
But
I have said what he did was disgusting and that I support Jenna. Why do I need to go any further than that?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, Pippi. He did tell all of us he was in an open relationship.
He did.
And that allowed him to get away with what he was doing for a longer period of time.
I mean, we have to question whether or not Heather realized it was an open relationship at this point, okay? Because of these situations with Lindsay and Juliana and now Jenna, okay? We have to wonder if Heather knew, okay? But, again, how is us finding out about whether or not Heather knew it was an open relationship any of our business? What does that have to do with us? Nothing. Okay? We can hate what something does, but still allow ourselves to find the value of other things that person or animal or whatever does. Okay?
Yeah. And Crazy Love, I would just say that that's what he said, is that he was in an open relationship with Heather. Exactly.
Yes.
But not with Jenna.
Correct.
But at the same time, we never got that confirmation from Heather, and it wasn't on her to confirm or deny it. She has every right not to say something just as much as Jenna has every right to say something. Where I draw the line is people talking about attacking me or my friends for not coming out and going after Aaron publicly. That's not my job. That's not my wheelhouse. I mean, yeah, if I really wanted to, I could, but my heart wouldn't be in it because it's just
not what I care
that's
about.
not my business.
I don't care about it. I'll be honest. I mean, like I said, I do feel for Jenna. I've been in her situation. I truly do feel for Jenna. My heart goes out to Jenna. Okay? My heart goes out to those other women, Heather, Lindsay, Juliana. My heart goes out to those women. All right? It does. I feel for them. I hate what Aaron did. But I don't hate what Aaron represents. Okay? Aaron represents ending Scientology. That's what he is here for. All of this shit in his personal life is stuff in the background that really and truly, I mean, he's not running for president, folks. We don't have to do background checks on him. We don't have to find out all the deets, on that. It's just, we know what kind of person he is now. Right? Jenna did what Jenna needed to do. She needed to get it off her chest. She needed to have people say that we understand and we support you and we don't like what happened. That was wrong. Okay? That was wrong what happened to you. That's what she needed. What she doesn't need is a whole lot of people who want to watch a train wreck saying that we're going to attack people because they don't agree with whatever they're thinking at the time. Okay? We understand that there are people out there that will be triggered, that this thing has happened to. All right? And we feel for you as
Crazy
well.
Love, I don't know what's in his head. I don't care to know what's in his head because I'm sure it's pretty muddy in there. But what I do know is when he shares information from within Scientology, I want to know that information.
Yes, he highlights
More
it.
than that,
Other than that, I don't care.
I do not give a flying flip.
Okay. I mean, I just don't care.
Okay, I sounded very Canadian, I know, about Aaron Smith Levin.
I don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care about his personal life at all. I mean, I really don't. Short of, like I said, feeling for Jenna. But, what he does in his personal life has nothing to do with me, and I'm not involved. Why would I care? Why would I care if he smokes cigars and drinks alcohol? If he...
And if he does coke, that's between him and the cops.
Care. Yeah.
And Heather, who is raising his kids.
Yeah. And he is, okay, Crazy Love is Love, I admit that. He gets a ton of emails, and he is very picky about the ones he answers, the ones he acknowledges, okay? He picks and chooses, but he has the ability to do that because he gets a ton of email. If I get maybe 2 or 3 in a month if I'm lucky, and when I get an email from somebody from my channel, I do my best to answer it. Okay? But I don't have 5,000 emails coming at me every day. If I had 5,000 emails or more coming at me every day, do you really think I'm going to answer every single one? Do you think I have time? I would be spending my entire 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, answering those kind of emails. If I tried to answer every single email that came into my email box, if I was getting 5,000 or more emails in a day. Okay?
And Crazy Love, this is not meant as an antagonistic statement. So I'm just going to say this as not an excuse, but a possible explanation. I know that you are very much a Scott supporter, and I'm sure that if Aaron knows who you are, because he doesn't know who all of us are, then he might very
avoid.
well know that as
And he
well.
might avoid your
And
emails.
he might very well ignore your emails because of that.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying that that could be a
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
I operate
Mm-hmm.
differently,
As do I.
where, as I have said already in this stream, there are people that I personally do not care for.
Mm-hmm.
But if they are a small channel and they are fighting against
Mm-hmm.
Scientology, I have probably, or will, if I haven't
Mm-hmm.
yet, feature them
Mm-hmm.
on the Scooter
Mm-hmm.
Report. Why? Because my ultimate goal is to support the small channels in this community in the effort to bring down Scientology. That's my criteria. That and the size, the number of subs that
Mm-hmm.
they have for their channel.
Yeah.
I don't have to like you to support how you are fighting Scientology. That's for me.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not necessarily for
Mm-hmm.
everyone. That's the rule that I
Yes.
made up for
Yes.
myself.
Because of what she
So,
and I do, okay? Literally, because of what we do, we cannot afford to take sides in anything, okay? We have to be, and Natalie's in that same boat. Natalie does the same thing. As a creator that brings the news, okay, we cannot be biased. We cannot take a side in things. Now, in our personal feelings, sure, we can say, I don't like that person or I don't like this person. But because of what we do, we have to be unbiased and not use our personal feelings to for or against a creator to alienate them and keep them from what we do. Okay, being reporters basically, and we're talking. We can't. I we don't. I personally, I don't want to follow what's gone on with major media in the United States, who has taken a definite side. All right, media used to be unbiased, used to report on everything without throwing in their little opinions. That's what I am. So I may not like a person. I may not agree with what they're saying, but I will highlight them in the Inquirer. If they have content that is somehow involved with Scientology within the 7-day period prior between the two shows. Okay? I don't care if I don't like you at all. And I'll be honest, I'll throw this out there. I am not a fan of DOA. Okay? I look DOA, I do look for content on his. Now I'm not going to watch the entire 5 hours of his stream, okay? But I do look for content on him every time I run through and do the headlines. I do. I don't care for him. All right? That doesn't mean that I can ignore him completely when I'm doing a news hour, okay? Because he
I can because he's way bigger than
exactly.
1.5K.
She can because he's got a high subscription. But see, the thing is the Inquirer does not look at whether or not you're small channel or not. Yes, I try to really push small channels. But, and you'll notice on Inquirer, I will pull the small channels in and pull them in. And the larger channels, I may do a thing on them this week or not, or that next week or whatever. Okay. But it's the small channels that I really have up there that I really every single week I look for something from the small channels. All right. Whereas I might not look for something in Nora's or, I look at the title basically. And if it sounds to me like something that needs to be, brought out, then that's what I do. Okay. Then I go in and do and watch a little bit of it on high speed to figure out what they're talking about and whether or not it pertains to what I do. And then I make the decision on whether or not I'm going to highlight them. That's literally how I do it. But I will tell you, if you have content on a small channel that has something to do with Scientology or anti-Scientology movement, if I have you within the list that I have, and Scooter Mom has a bigger list, and I'm trying to get that list from her. But if you have some on that list of people I go through, because I don't know all the small channels, I'll be real honest, I don't. Okay, I will put it up there every single week. I will tell you, I have Journey goes up every single week. Why? Because I want to push Journey's subscription, because what she is doing is so important. Okay, she's there
God,
every
that's fine. Thank you.
single week that I do Inquirer, and she will continue to be on there every single week. Brian from a poet, he's there every single week, because what he does is he kind of takes the focus and all of the oh my God, I'm so angry, rah, 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 and gives us a place to just kind of relax, take a breath, and that's important. So he's there every single week. All right. Dusty, I try to get on every single week. Now, Dusty's a bigger channel, but still, I try to do that. He's not huge, but he is a bigger channel. So, I mean, this is how I go through that. And I will continue to go through that. And the small channels, I truly will find, if you have content within the 7-day period between the two shows. Now, it's been a little longer because of the holidays now, but the 7-day period between the two shows that I put out, if you have content between those 7 days, I will look at it, and if it has something to do with Scientology, I will pick it up and highlight it. That's my promise to you guys. That's what I do. And I don't limit it to the small channels. However, like I said, I push the small channels more than I push the larger channels. Aaron, I might do something on Aaron one week, and it may be 3 or 4 weeks before I do anything on Aaron, because he doesn't have anything that I really think is, pertinent. Because sometimes he just throws shit out there.
Yeah.
Seeing what will stick. I don't care about what Tom Cruise is doing and how that affects. So I don't even look at Tom Cruise. The only Tom Cruise content I did was Satiretologies, because it was so freaking funny.
Yes. And frankly, I could do with hearing a lot less about Diddy and all of them.
Yeah.
There's far too much information there for me. I don't need to hear it all.
I feel bad. Again, same thing. I don't agree with what Diddy did at all. I don't agree with what Bill Cosby did. I don't agree with what Danny Masterson did. I don't agree with what those people do. And yes, I will admit that my husband watching The Ranch would make me angry, because I would be seeing Danny Masterson and I'm like going, that son of a bitch, But I didn't tell him he couldn't watch The Ranch. I just didn't stay there. I just went into the bedroom. Okay? I didn't watch it. That's what I'm doing here. Okay? That's literally what I'm doing here. I'm just going to say, okay, I'm just not going to watch it. And I only do, like I said, with Aaron, I occasionally wander over if he has a title that makes me feel like, okay, this is something that would be interesting to know, that type of stuff. That's how I do it. I'm not necessarily supporting him, but sometimes he does have something interesting and good to say that would be nice to know. This goddamn fly is going to piss me off. Anyway. Anyway, um, that's kind of
Style audit, thank you very much for saying that, because that is the whole reason why we do the shows that we do, is
Mhm.
literally to bring attention
Exactly.
primarily to the smaller channels. Hi, Manning. Welcome in.
Welcome, Manny.
um, it's that's my whole focus. The big channels get more than enough attention. Yes, I agree, Darth Beaver.
Hmm.
Um, the big channels get more than enough
Yeah.
attention. And I have said from the beginning of doing the Scooter Report that I am not competition for Natalie,
Mm.
because I can't do what she does, and I wouldn't even
Yeah.
try. Um, I can only do the way I do things, and I, sorry,
Allergies.
I really wanted to bring a focus to the smaller channels. The way Natalie is set
Hmm.
up, she takes from the emails, the clips, the links that she gets from the majority of
Hmm.
people. Well, that's naturally going to be the larger
Hmm.
channels because they get more
Correct.
attention. And unfortunately, that meant a lot of the smaller channels were not getting the same level of attention. I don't fault Natalie for
Hmm.
that. That's how she's set
Yeah.
up, and that's
Mhm.
fine. I have no problem with that. I also don't have a problem with people sending links to both Natalie and
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
So what? If it's a small channel, absolutely send it
Mhm.
to me. But send it to Natalie, because she might show it
Yeah.
too.
Has a
And
bigger,
yay,
and she has
that's
a bigger
great.
audience. Let's face it.
More attention. And I know that there are some people who do not watch Natalie for their own
Mhm.
reasons, and they have every right to do that, just as everyone in this community
Mhm.
does. And so if they happen to watch me, but they don't happen to watch Natalie, well, then they'll catch that clip
Mhm.
on my show.
Mhm.
It might take a little longer because I'm only once a week, where
Every
she's,
day.
6 days a
Yeah.
week? But so what? You're going to at least
Hmm.
catch it.
I don't.
I have no
Yeah.
problem with that.
I don't compete with Natalie or Scooter, to be honest, because of the way I do it. I literally, all I do is give you the headline. Nothing else. I don't talk about what's going on in what they say. I don't throw clips up. I just give you the headlines and the links to those stories, to the links to those videos. Okay, that way I have highlighted people that you may not have seen. Oh, gee whiz, I didn't see. I don't know. Well, Journey, since I've used you already, I'm going to use you again. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Somebody can say, "Well, gee, I haven't seen what Journey has done. Let me go look." That's literally what my show is for, is to say, this is what somebody put out there, and you can go look at it, and here is the link. That's what I do. So it's not like I tell the story. That's Scooter and Natalie. They tell the story, they show the clip. I just run a headline show. Think oh, I don't know, entertainment,
Hi,
right?
Matthew. Welcome in.
So yes, your pin more.
Oh, Journey.
Poor Journey. I feel for you. That OSA agent, you'd like to put a pin in her, wouldn't you? Or him, or her, whatever. That OSA agent. Yeah, but yeah, there are a lot of really good channels out there that don't get the attention that they deserve, and
Yep.
that's what Scooter and I do, is to say, hey, take a look at this, because it's interesting, because it is important. In the case of Journey, it's important. in the case of poet, it's interesting. Okay. That's, we're just kind of saying, take a look at somebody you may not look at normally. You know, indie media, we've done some stuff with him. I try to get him up there. I mean, there, and he's got a bigger following than I think what is the requirement on scooters now, you know. But I do go look at indie media stuff every week. And I look to see if there is something that's dropped in that 7-day period. I go look at brain fogs all the time. Brain fog does almost every day. So I go to brain fogs. I go to indie medias. I go to pup groomers. I go to scooters. I go to Journey. You know, the list that I have that I'm subscribed to so that I can make sure that I see what they've put out. You know, YouTube is starting to yell at me because you can't know that many people, you know? So to give,
By Crazy Love.
to give you and I thank you, Crazy Love, for showing up and giving us your opinion. We really, I mean,
Yep,
that's
absolutely.
important as well.
I appreciate it, and it was done in a very clear and non-antagonistic way.
Correct.
There was no attack there, and I appreciate that very much.
Mm-hmm. And VGIs, you know, a lot of people learn.
Hi, Anon.
A lot of people learn, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're getting the information.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to have you guys get in, you know, interact with us. That's something we enjoy. That's why we do these lives. If we didn't enjoy it, all we would do is pre-recorded videos. I'm telling you. Okay? Because why put up with the stuff that may happen in your damn chat? You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the chat at that time. And if we didn't enjoy the interaction with those people who are willing to talk to us and let's discuss it, then we wouldn't do lives.
Thanks, Pup. I appreciate it.
So keep that in mind. It's just like anybody else. They enjoy the interaction. They like the questions. They like the comments. They like to answer. You know, if something is muddy, let's clarify it. Right? That's why we do lives. And like I said, lurkers, they'll be there. They're getting the information. And if they have a question, there is nothing wrong with saying, you know, I have a question about this, even if you have never said anything in a chat we've been in. You know? And I love when lurkers finally feel like they can speak out. Because lurkers are the people who we need to reach out and get involved. It's the lurkers that we need to get involved with the anti-Scientology movement. And that becomes important. So lurkers, love you guys. Love you. And this stupid fly.
Okay, so I'm just going to give the warning time here because my basketball game has started. I did not actually intend to go live today, and it's so funny because almost every person that I talked to leading up to this live said, is there a scooter report today?
Yeah.
There's no scooter report.
I did.
Are you doing a scooter report? No, I'm not.
That was really funny.
I do love that,
Brian,
and I thank you
boring.
all for keeping an eye out for the scooter report. I appreciate all the support. And Krista, thank you. I appreciate seeing that.
It's
I trust me when I tell you,
It's a lot of
the
work.
Canadian channels are small,
Uh-huh.
except for, well, Jeff is still kind of, but he's not really doing anti-Scientology right
Yeah.
now. Um, and I definitely want to plug the Canadian channels.
Okay,
I try
Sunrise.
not to show
Mhm.
favoritism. No worries, Sunrise. Thank you. Um, but uh, yeah, definitely. I want to, any Canadian channel, I need to know about
Mhm.
them because I do want to get them the attention. Because no offense to you folks in the States, but y'all take a lot of the attention.
And I'd like to see. I would like to see more Canadian channels and highlight them. I'm not just. I'm not going to be an American snob. I try. I go look for German news to give you an idea how far I go. Okay. Um,
And I
Perth,
think
Scientology.
some of
Yeah.
you who have been here from the
Mhm.
beginning, I do also try to show the
Yeah.
European
Hmm.
and
I do as well.
further out channels
Hmm.
because yeah, they all need some attention.
Yes.
If they've gone beyond my cap, then I've done my job for
Right.
them and it's time to focus
The next
on
one.
the smaller channels
Hmm.
than them.
Hmm.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Um, Canadians keep it real. Thank you,
Yeah, I'm
Adam.
the same.
Appreciate your humor as
Yeah,
always.
I'm. I do the same thing. I really look to find. Hi, Yadira. I look to find
Thank you, Yadira.
the small channels before I really look at the larger channels. I mean, basically, I pull all the small channel information for my show, and then kind of look at how long it's going to take, and then I start adding in the bigger channels to fill time. That's how I do it. So the small channels always come first, always, and you know, as long as you do stuff that is somewhat Scientology oriented. I mean, I'll probably do something about Reese's and Tommy's engagement, this week. That's something in the bigger channels, but hey, it's something that happened within this community. So, hi, Susan P. So that's one of the ones that will get thrown in between all the little channels. Okay. Um,
Thank you, VGI.
but that is also has nothing to do with Scientology. So I will occasionally do something, and some of the art ones, like Drop Short Media and Maya, and there's a whole Janelle. There's a whole set of those that, while they don't have anything really to do with Scientology, I will toss them in, just on occasion. I have to say this, and I believe this. And Cricket, if you're still here, great. What Cricket does is outright amazing. Okay, Cricket's artwork, and it does involve Scientology, which makes it really nice. But
Yep.
Cricket's artwork and what he does with some sort of music or whatever is amazing. Now, he doesn't always stay on Scientology. I mean, Jimmy Carter died and he did a memorial to that. That doesn't have anything to
Yep.
do with Scientology. But he does quite a lot of Scientology work. And God bless him. You know, it gives us something else. You cannot focus 24/7, 365 days a year for however many years it's going to take us to bring Scientology down. You can't use just that as a focus. You can't in your life, okay? Because you would go downright nuts if you did that. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to have an outlet to see something else, to try to take your mind off the crap that's going on in Scientology and have something else to look at and to watch. Okay? That is where Drop Short Media, Cricket Cinema, Janelle, Maya, Eat Pup Groomer does an art thing. You know, that is where they come in, and they are as important as a lot of the anti Scientology, you know, stuff. Thank you, Cricket. Cricket,
Yeah,
I'm not kidding. You are amazing. And
absolutely.
you know, God, the stuff you do. I wish I could do it. And I'm a graphic artist, okay? Um, I'm not sure what program you're using. Wish I knew, but it is beautiful and it is amazing. It's great stuff. So I will always be looking at Cricket Cinema stuff. I will tell you that Cricket Cinema will be on my channel, my show every week, because I don't know how many subs you now have, Cricket, but you should be in the 1K or higher area, and I know you're not. So I'm sorry, Dusty. You must be having a bad day, but I'm sorry. I hope it gets better.
Dusty, I'm really sorry.
I hope it gets better.
Yeah. And Dusty, if you want to give Cheryl my email, I'm perfectly okay with that. I would love to chat with her if she would like.
I would too. God, I would love to.
I did think about getting in touch with you to see if she wanted to come on for this show, but it was very short notice, so I didn't want to do that to you guys.
Yeah.
Style. But please, if you're talking to Cheryl, please tell her that she has my support. I'm sure
Yes.
she has Sin's support as
Oh
well.
God, yes.
But I try not to speak for other people.
Yeah. She has my support 1,000%. So
Yeah.
if she needs someone to talk to, Dusty, you know my Facebook, and I think you know my email. You can give her mine as well. You know, we all have to, especially
Thank you, Krista.
especially
You
us
too.
small channels. We all have to stick together, and we all have to stick together as a group, as a community, if we have any chance of bringing Scientology down. Because if we don't stick together, Scientology wins, guys. It's that
Yep.
simple.
Cricket, can you please put your link in the chat?
Yeah. Or I don't know. Where's our son? Dawn. I don't know if Dawn's still there. Pup's not here. Yeah.
Yeah, Pup had to leave. Sunrise is leaving soon because she's got to go mod for somebody else. And we are all heading out soon because I'm going to watch my basketball game.
I'm going to kill this freaking fly. Holy crap. Drive me insane. Yeah, you guys, I'm Scooter's comic relief, okay?
Yes, usually you are.
Okay.
Thank you, Sunrise Dawn.
I am the comic relief in all of this stuff, but I'm also I support Scooter in all of this. I mean, when she first started, her first time on air was on my channel, and I would tell you I drug her kicking and screaming
on purpose. That is,
yeah. I drug her in kicking and screaming. I had to show her how to use StreamYard. Okay. I support her, and I support any small channel 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1,000,000%. Okay? It's that simple. And because of that, like I said, people in this community that I know, that I have talked to many times, who have talked to me, especially after the loss of my husband, they are family to me. They're not just friends. They are family. And one of the things about me is when my family is attacked, I come at in guns blazing. Okay? That's me. That's how I am. So when I heard Scooter some people were saying that, attack Scooter, I was like, oh, hell no. That's not going to happen. Not without me coming in and giving them a piece of my mind. And that's, now I've managed to keep it calm because what Scooter heard me say and what I said here are two totally different things. Yeah, her ears are still ringing from that one. But anyway, guys, I'm sure Scooter has a basketball game that I always tend to make her miss her basketball games. I'm going to try not to today. Support your small channels. Brain Fog, Journey, Cricket, Sunrise Dawn, all of them, the small channels. Dusty.
Yep.
Support your small channels. And hey, let's not tell people who they have to like or dislike, who they have to watch or not watch. Because we don't want to, if we do that and force that issue, how are we better than Scientology? Think about it.
Exactly.
Anyway.
So, yes, thank you all for being here. I'm going to go watch my basketball game with sound because it's been on for
now.
almost half an hour. I'm not throwing outros for this one because those are the Scooter report outros.
We're going to have to make you an outro.
And this is not a Scooter report.
We're going to have to make you an outro.
I had a little fire.
Yeah. Your biscuits.
I had a little fire for this one.
Your biscuits were burning.
Yes. Well, no, because we have a little furry biscuit here.
Yeah. Kyle, yeah.
We don't want him to burn.
Exactly. When a friend calls me for help, do I bring a pitchfork or a shovel?
Yeah. Yeah. And J-Bat, thank you for being the first to volunteer to jump in for tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm also quite honestly happy that we didn't have to put you to work. But I very much appreciate you having our backs. And everyone here tonight, thank you. Whether you completely agreed with us or not, that's okay. But we needed to say what we had to say. So thank you all. Take care. Have a great evening. Sin, go get that fly.
I'm going to kill that fly. Bless America. Oh.
And take care, everyone. And we'll see you for the Scooter report. Okay, pitchfork it is. Brain fog.
So I need to do a thing saying Brain Fog uses a pitchfork. Okay, gotcha. In the Inquirer.
Okay. Take care, everyone. We're out of here.
Take care.